Hello and welcome. My name is Falk, and today our topic is fluid handling solutions. In our 10-minute webinar today, we will have our guest speaker, Shannon Wall, a pump industry veteran, talking about his experiences and challenges in the industry and how digitalization can help on that. I leave it to Shannon to introduce himself. I just wanted to remind you that we will have a Q&A at the end, and you're welcome to post your questions at any point in time. So, without any delay, let's go ahead and give the word to Shannon to introduce himself.
Thanks, Falk, for the introduction. I have been working in engineering on the coalface, both metaphorically and literally speaking, since 1994, before joining the pump fluid handling manufacturing businesses 16 years ago. And I've had the privilege to work within sales teams around Asia Pacific in that time.
Thanks for this short intro, Shannon. I know you have been working with bigger sales teams and also in different kind of areas, aftermarket and regional, running a regional BU. What would you say are the biggest changes in the industries and the challenges that the fluid handling industry faces today?
Thanks, Falk. Increased competition I see as being a major challenge for today's fluid handling OEMs. Through global sourcing activities and the threat of reverse engineered products, the threat on margins is ever increasing. Today's end users are looking for more flexibility, like is evident through the growth in rental markets. So remaining relevant, lean and attractive to investors is a challenge for today's fluid handling OEMs, yet also I see it as a great opportunity.
Yeah, margins and competition from low-cost countries is certainly a threat to all manufacturing companies, and including fluid handling. How does that influence the sales process, and is there anything we can do about it with maybe digital or other things?
Yeah, it's a good question, Falk. I see this from a voice of the customer perspective. Customers are ever increasingly gravitating towards OEMs who are easier to do business with. And OEM sales teams are working in siloed data, in analog traditional methods, or working with a more generic platform that is ill-adapted for complex manufacturing sales. So the voice of the customer is evidence that the result in delayed requests for quotes, receiving misconfigured products, or receiving incorrect spare parts that have been superseded is evident that sales need to work on the business, not in the business, and be freed from those more analog tasks and make the sales process more automated.
Yeah, voice of the customer is certainly a big thing. At the beginning you mentioned there are also opportunities in those challenges. Can you maybe more go into this and tell us where the opportunities for fluid handling companies are?
Good question. Today, fluid handling OEMs are on different paths on the digital transformation journey. Many OEMs today are already utilising CRM systems, and others are dipping their toes in the water on complex pricing engine tools or e-commerce platforms. So I see there is great challenges here, but also great opportunities. And I'd like to tie it back in with an analogy that I like to use in the pump industry that the audience would know well, and that is getting the right pump for the right job. So product application is critical to performance outcomes, lifecycle costs, and more importantly, returning customers. So aligning those goals with your digital sales platform procurement is also one to keep in mind. You want a platform that is highly scalable, highly adaptable, and all in one place, not segmented and siloed. So that is a great opportunity for today's OEMs.
Thanks, Shannon. Many of our customers face those challenges. Maybe let's get a glimpse on how this can look like, a really seamless sales process from the customer to the closed transaction. Here comes a short demo.
Welcome to this demo of digital sales for fluid handling manufacturers. In this example, your customer wants to buy a new pump. He goes straight to your online portal to find a new suitable solution. Now he starts the product finder. He wants to find a pump that matches his requirements. Here are all the options that he can select from. With his first choice, you can see the selection already narrowed down to 3 suitable pumps. He enters more requirements, and the online portal leads him to one specific type of pump. The customer selects the suggested pump to explore its details. There are all specifications listed, and even a marketing video available for him to review. He decides to go for this pump and configure the details. There are more options to review and select, such as the connection type for the hydraulic plug, or the diaphragm rupture detector, and the cable and plug. And then he can review the details that he just selected. Your customer is happy with his choice, but wants to get back to the product catalog to add one more item. Here he can easily search and select another add-on. He checks his cart and submits his inquiry. Great, that means you've got a customer inquiry waiting for your sales team. Let's have a look how that presents to them. Here you can see a typical sales cockpit of your sales agent. He's got 38 inquiries from the online portal to review. That looks like a great source of leads and opportunities. And there at the top is the latest inquiry. He's going to convert this into a quote. There you can see the 2 items that have been inquired. Your sales agent will now check the configuration. He can review it, check the details, make modifications that he thinks are necessary for this customer. And after all, save the quote. His next step is to add a discount. He will do that via a mass update for all line items. He gives 20% discount and generates a proposal. Well, there it is. You can see that all the specifications are listed, the price is added, the discount is applied. The sales agent gets back to the system and checks the workflow. He can now submit the quote to his manager. For the given product, deal size and discount, the quote is automatically approved. Let's assume your customer was happy with the offer, purchased the pump, and a few months later he needs spare parts. So let's look at the sales portal again. Your customer can look up their existing equipment easily, and he can select the spare parts he needs. There we go, everything is in the cart and he checks out without even contacting your sales or support team. He will receive his spare parts within a few days, and you can count one more loyal customer that comes back to you for the next purchase for sure. This is sales efficiency at its best.
So let's come to the Q&A. Please feel free to post your questions in case there's anything which we didn't cover. There's one interesting area, Janet, which is about after sales. So it seems a few people in the audience have problems with managing their after sales process, with matching serial numbers, finding the right spare part at which location and so on. Can you tell us a little bit about that one, best practices in this area?
Yes, and thank you for your questions. This is a good one because today end users, key accounts, purchasing departments and distributors alike voice a customer is they all prefer more autonomy. And within MindCloud Digital Sales Platform, they are empowered with real-time accurate bill of material serial number searches, access to exploded view drawings, and also 3D visual digital online tools. So the ability to order with confidence the spare parts that they require and match to the relevant BOM for the assets they own is critical, and also a cause of much pain today with misconfigurations and with receiving wrong parts. So within MindCloud Digital Sales Platform, this is a solution that we offer.
Another question is about Excel. So a lot of our listeners today seem to use Excel still for their business operations. What are your recommendations for those customers?
Yes, good question also. I think, like I alluded to, many of today's fluid handling OEMs are on different journeys, different paths. So our digital sales platform is highly adaptable and made to help you digitalize on your own terms. It can integrate seamlessly with the existing tools your business is utilizing, but also can be uploading and reusing costs, prices or configuration models directly from analog Excel formats.
There's another question complex about collaboration. So we saw a little bit how customers and sales can collaborate, but also from my experience, there's a lot of collaboration needed within the teams, with the management and those kind of things. What's your take on this?
Yes, well, we understand that manufacturing sales is very complex. And at MindCloud, we empower your complex manufacturing sales with orchestrated and laser-focused collaboration. Activities help deliver on structured tasks and meetings. The 360-degree account view enables transparency to conversations across teams. And virtual teams bring all relevant people to the table with reminders and notifications. Automated workflows and approvals make sure your sales process is streamlined from start to finish and is customer-centric.
Thanks for your questions. And and we leave the concluding words to Shannon.
Yeah, thanks, Falk. In closing, again, thank you all for being here today. And if anyone out there in the audience would like to have a discreet conversation around your pain points in a confidential manner, then please feel free to reach out to MindCloud, and we look forward to being your partner in sales. Thank you.